Welcome back. All right, so the Florida Panthers fighting the President's Trophy curse. I keep seeing that. It's not a thing. Um, Basically, you've got 16 teams in the playoffs. You've got one that's first overall. Are they going to win it? I don't know. But anyways, the Florida Panthers tonight did some Florida Panthers hockey. They haven't been able to do the Florida Panthers hockey throughout the playoffs. The Capitals did a really good job of clamping down on it, and tonight Florida showed why they won the President's Trophy. So Samsonov versus Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky was tested first. Forsling has a chance that's held. Johansson then is denied and close. The shots are 4-2 for Washington at 4 minutes. And this is something we saw during the regular season. Panthers come out flat. They don't necessarily play all that well, and then they come back and win. And again, in the playoffs, they haven't been able to do that. So Panthers press, they're kept to the outside. The Caps then press, they draw themselves a power play, and they score on it. It's TJ Oshie from Carlson and Kuznetsov at 7 minutes. It's deflected in. No chance for Bobrovsky on that one. Caps then press for another, and the crowd's getting kind of restless. Looking at this and seeing their team come out kind of flat. Barkov then had a rush that was defended. The shots are 7-2 for Washington at 9.5 minutes. Kuznetsov's then denied from the slot, and I put right there, Panthers are flat. This is just the effort didn't seem to be there. And if Washington wins this game, Florida's going to Washington with their season on the line. So the Caps press some more. Long stretch in the Panthers zone. Near miss for Barkov, then in close as Florida got a little bit of an opportunity there, and the Caps would clear it out. We then get a power play for Florida. Aggressive Caps penalty kill. Barkov has a chance to save. That power play's killed off by the Washington Capitals. Forsling then had a chance that was saved. The Panthers put it in after the whistle. What's interesting with this is the puck was loose. The referee lost sight of it, so he blew the whistle. That is standard. It's not going to change because you'd be asking for chaos if the referee was like, well, I think he's got it, but I'm not sure. Guys would be hacking and slashing at goalies on every single held puck. So the refs reviewed it, but yeah, I mean, it was a matter of the puck went in after the whistle had already sounded, and it's not a continuation play, so there you go. That one's not a goal. When, yeah, it probably should have been. 4:52 left. Florida goes back to the power play. Huberdeau has a chance that's saved. They cycle it out, but the Caps are doing a good job of shot blocking at this point. Reinhart fires one wide as the power play ends. Forsling then had a chance that was glove saved by Samsonov. The momentum had shifted and the shots are evening up. Then there's a near miss by Lundell as they press. Barkov's denied in the final minute. Verhaeghe fires wide on a rush. And things get kind of shovey when we get to the 20-minute mark and everybody's supposed to head to the locker room. So it's 1-0 Capitals after one, second period. Early Giroux rush was saved. The last shot for the Caps to this point was with 6:32 left in the first period. Bennett has a net drive that saved. And then on the first shot of the period, it goes in for the Capitals. It's Schultz from Eller at 2:12, and it was Ekblad with a bit of a misplay. It's shoveled in by Schultz. Not much chance for Bobrovsky on that one either. And then at 3:38, on a 2-on-1 off of a turnover, Oshie makes it 3-0 from Kuznetsov and McMichael at 3:38. And he roofed it. And that really quieted down the crowd. They weren't restless. They were really quiet. So it's 3-0 Capitals. 3.5 minutes into the second period. So that's usually game, right? But again, this is Florida. We hadn't seen it in the playoffs. We saw it plenty during the regular season. Never count out the Florida Panthers. Sherratt then had a chance that was saved and held. Schultz fires one wide on a rush. The Caps press. And again, quiet building, but it would get loud again. At 6:50, it's Verhaeghe from Barkov and Giroux. It was a result of a good press, and Verhaeghe was all around the net before that, so he finally gets one to go in. Panthers then press for another. They wanted a penalty called. I think it was Ekblad that wanted a penalty called during that play. That did not happen. Bennett's then denied and close. It's all Panthers at 9 minutes. I'm honestly surprised the Caps didn't call a timeout. So the Caps score, but the referee waves it off, and it was offside. I guess they didn't hear the whistle. Shots are 10-8 for the Panthers with 9 minutes left, and they would score again. It's Hornquist from Verhaeghe at 12:27. He roofs it from in close. That made it 3-2. And then the Panthers press for the tie, and it's like a power play. And again, I expected Peter Laviolette to call timeout and sit his guys down and say, look, here's what we're doing. Here's what we need to do. We want to close this out tonight. We still have a lead. However, at 14:41, Florida ties it. It's Reinhart from Verhaeghe and Bennett. That was scored on a net drive to tie it. And then with 4:45 left, Florida gets a power play. Samsonov was down. That becomes a 4-on-4. Barkov caught him with a high stick coming across the front of the net. It wasn't intentional. Kuznetsov then had a shot that was saved. Everything gets killed off there, and the building's loud again to end that second period. As the teams skate off, tied. And it was a crazy second period, as second periods tend to be most of the time, although looking at the board from the Dallas-Calgary game, no spoilers, but not really a crazy second period. All right, so third period, Panthers pick up where they left off, and at 3:04 they get the lead. It's Verhaeghe from Barkov. He scores on a rush. That is Verhaeghe's 4th point of the night, which tied a Florida Panthers record. And so, yeah, and until tonight, Florida hadn't had a lead in a series since 2012 against the New Jersey Devils, a series that they lost. They had a 3-2 series lead in that one, and then they would lose it in 7. So nothing is set in stone as of yet with the Florida Panthers history being as it is. Panthers transition was lethal. And this was a matter I thought of, I thought Florida or Washington should have called a timeout or done something a little bit different here, whatever you can do. And that being said, Florida did finish first in the league for a reason. But yeah, those transition opportunities are just absolutely lethal, have been all year. The shots are 3-1 for Florida at 4.5 minutes. The Caps were being overwhelmed. Bennett's denied from the slot. Johansson with a wraparound. Sherratt defends that, so it doesn't even get on the net. Giroux then had a rush that was defended, but the shots at the half were 7-1 in favor of the Florida Panthers. Ovechkin then had a chance that was saved. The post helped out there as well, and then Bobrovsky holds on to it. Caps press with 8.5 minutes left. We get some big saves from Bobrovsky. And then at 15:55, because Washington's pressing and they're really trying to get that goal, I left them vulnerable defensively. So I put it was a 3-on-1, but depending on how you view it, it could have been seen as a 4-on-1. Giroux scores from Verhaeghe at 15:55. So that's the 5th point for Verhaeghe. That set an all-time high for Florida Panthers player in a playoff game. Pretty big night for Carter Verhaeghe as they try to earn themselves a spot in the second round to play the winner of Toronto and Tampa. Reinhart to Bennett then with a near miss as they don't let up. Then we get a post for Huberdeau on a rush. So again, Florida's just looking for more at this point. The goalie gets pulled with about 2 minutes left, a little over 2 minutes left. The Caps would call a timeout with 1:58 left. Maybe that's why you don't use your timeout here. But again, if you use your timeout here, you might not need to pull your goaltender. Not that I think the Capitals could have stopped Florida, but anyways, you try to break that momentum any way you can. Florida with an icing with 1:45 left, but remember, they're up by 2. So you don't worry as much about icing the puck. And it's something that 10 years ago you would have seen coaches raging about, and now they don't really care. Icing the puck when you've got the empty net, it's not a big deal. It's nowhere near the controversy it would have been, again, 10 years ago. And then Panthers ice it again with 56.6 seconds left. Caps are net crashing, and then it goes 6-on-4 with only 13.2 seconds left. Ekblad took exception to Capitals getting up in the grill of Bobrovsky, so he deals with that. And yeah, that's a penalty you'll take because, again, it's 6-on-4, but there's only 13 seconds left. Florida wins this one 5-3. For the Washington Capitals now, they're going home fighting for their lives. Florida wins this one. Your 3 stars are Verhaeghe, Barkov, and Bobrovsky. No argument with any of them. Your shots are 15-10 Florida in the first, 15-10 Florida in the second, and then 12-8 Washington in the third. Washington tried to fight back, but it was too late. Your final shots are 38-32 for the Florida Panthers. Power plays, the Capitals 1 for 3, Florida 0 for 3. The hits are 48-35 for the Capitals. Samsonov saves 33 out of 38. Bobrovsky saves 28 out of 31. We'll see what kind of moves Washington makes. Maybe they come back with Vanacek for the next game. But their season's on the line, so we'll see what they do with their backs against the wall. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below regarding this game. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.